So earlier this year, well not super early, but a few months ago, an iPhone actually ended up ending, and it was two different groups of iPhones. And in my opinion, I completely don't think these iPhones should have ended at all. And these devices were the iPhone 7, 7 Plus, and you might be able to throw in like the first generation iPhone SE, but even that I probably wouldn't even throw in here. But that group of iPhones, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus, those devices kind of ended way earlier than I was originally expecting. To give you some perspective, earlier on, even before the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus ended, the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus actually ended up having probably one of the most impactful legacies of any iPhone, but it also lasted way longer than its predecessor. And that's kind of what I was expecting Apple to kind of do with the iPhone 7, at least giving it one extra year of support. And that is the thing that made the most amount of sense personally to me, because I just couldn't see why Apple would go ahead and end the iPhone 7 early, especially with the 7 Plus, considering these iPhones actually had quite a bit of power, maybe not like an extreme amount, but with the 7 Plus we had, 3 gigabytes of RAM versus 2. This was also the first iPhone to remove the headphone jack, bring that, home button that's kind of embedded within the display, a dual camera setup on the 7 Plus as well. So because of these few things, I thought the iPhone 7 Plus was going to last way longer than even like the iPhone, probably the iPhone 6, which it did, but I thought it was going to last at least another year on top of the iPhone 6s. And now fast forwarding a few months now, that ended up not being the case. And in my opinion, these iPhones shouldn't have ended the same time as the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus, especially when you consider the fact that so many devices that have the same chipset as not only the iPhone 7, but also the iPhone 6s ended up getting the next version of major software support. And this was the iPad 5th generation, I believe the first iPad Pros as well, especially the 9.7 inch, which I have, and I love that thing got it. But in my opinion, if those iPads could have gotten iPad OS 16, why couldn't the iPhone 7 get iOS 16? Those types of things really doesn't really make too much sense to me. And it's almost like, again, Apple is kind of playing favorites with their devices and kind of choosing which ones, well, they can choose which ones, extend, longer, but they didn't really give us a good reason. They did the same exact thing with Stage Manager, saying that it couldn't come on certain iPhone, certain iPads, and it ended up coming on all of them. It's almost like they don't even think before they even kind of make these decisions. And again, if the iPhone 8 could have gotten iOS 16, and it's been handling it okay, like it probably would have been a worse experience on the iPhone 7, but it would have evolved and gotten better throughout time. Again, when I look at the 7 and 7 Plus, I continuously think to myself that these were a group of iPhones that Apple should not have ended, and I personally do think those devices should have lasted way longer than really probably they should, than the date they actually ended on. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.